Blockchain in European banking is becoming real in 2026, but not in the way many people expected. We are not seeing one public blockchain replace the banking system. We are seeing banks use controlled networks, regulated digital money, and new links to central bank settlement. And here is the biggest surprise. The digital euro itself is not a blockchain project. Stay with me. By the end of this video, you will know where blockchain is already being used by European banks, what is still being tested, and what is only a plan. These different matters, a press release, a controlled test, and a live service are three very different things. Let us start with one simple idea. Every financial transaction has two sides. There is the asset side and the money side. Imagine that a bank buys a tokenized bond. The bond can move on a blockchain. But what happens to the payment? If the bond moves and the money does not, one party is left with the risk. The goal is simple. Both sides should complete together, or neither should complete. This is where the real banking discussion starts. Blockchain can help coordinate the transaction, but it does not create safe money by itself. In Europe, three forms of digital money are now competing and sometimes working together to complete the money side: regulated euro stablecoins, tokenized bank deposits, and central bank money. The first option is a euro stablecoin. Europe already has a legal framework for this. Under the European Union's crypto assets regulation, usually called MiCA, a stablecoin linked to one official currency is treated as an electronic money token. Only a bank or a licensed electronic money institution can issue it. The holder has a claim on the issuer and the right to get the same value back in normal currency. This is important because a euro stablecoin is not the digital euro. It is private money. Its safety depends on the issuer, its balance sheet, its reserves, and the redemption process. The market is also still very unbalanced. In its annual economic report this June, the Bank for International Settlements reported that 99.4% of fiat-backed stablecoins by market value are pegged to the US dollar, and the European Central Bank puts euro stablecoins at around 450 million euro in early 2026, against roughly $300 billion on the dollar side. That is not a small market. It's a rounding error. That gap explains why European banks are moving. Quivalis is one of the clearest examples. The project is backed by 37 European banks across 15 countries and plans to launch a euro stablecoin in the second half of 2026. But the status is important. As of today, Quivalis has applied for authorization from the Dutch Central Bank. It is not yet authorized, and it does not yet issue electronic money or offer payment services to the public. So Quivalis is a strong market signal, but it is not a live stablecoin today. The second option is a tokenized bank deposit. The name sounds complex, but the idea is simple. It is a digital version of commercial bank money recorded on a programmable ledger. It remains a direct claim on the bank that issued it and should be exchangeable for a full value for central bank money. For a bank, this can be more natural than launching a separate stablecoin. The bank keeps the customer relationship. It keeps the account and compliance model. And the new digital form can support payments that run all day, automatic rules, and faster settlement. We saw an important step in July 2026 through Project Agora, led by the Bank for International Settlements. In a controlled test, 28 financial institutions and central banks completed real value transactions across 17 scenarios. The project combines tokenized central bank reserves with tokenized commercial bank deposits on one shared platform. Now the honest part. The total value was about 800,000 Swiss francs. That is a controlled test, not a market. Anyone quoting it as volume is misreading it. What it does show matters for any cross-border bank. The friction in correspondent banking is rarely the transfer. It is the sequence of checks at every bank in the chain, each one repeating work the previous one already did. Agora tests whether the public and private sides of the banking system can work together on programmable infrastructure. The third option is central bank money for large financial transactions. This is where Europe already has strong practical evidence. In 2024, the euro system completed more than 200 transactions with a total value of about 1.6 billion euros. 64 organizations took part. Some use cases used real money in a production setting. Others used test money. We should not mix the two. One real case was a 300 million euro digital bond issued by Siemens. The bond was recorded on a the private SWIFT blockchain, a technical bridge from the German central bank connected to the blockchain transaction to the Eurosystem's target settlement system. The process was fully automated, completed within minutes, and ended with final settlements in central bank money. This example is useful because the money did not have to move onto the same blockchain as the bond. The asset stayed on the blockchain. The payment stayed in trusted central bank infrastructure. A bridge kept both sides in sync. Europe is now turning that lesson into infrastructure. The new service is called Pontes. It is designed to connect market ledger platforms to Target, so that blockchain-based wholesale transactions can settle in central bank money. The current plan is to launch it in September 2026. As of now, the European Central Bank still describes Pontes as planned, not live. That may be the most important blockchain development in European banking this year. It is not a new coin. It is a trusted connection between new asset networks and the existing settlement system. The digital euro would be central bank money for everyday payments. It would be closer to digital cash than to a stablecoin. But the European Central Bank says clearly that it would use a centralized settlement platform. It would not be based on blockchain or another distributed ledger. Banks and payment companies would still have a major role. They would provide the account or wallet, customer checks, payment tools, support, and connection to existing bank accounts. The project is moving forward, but it has not launched. A new draft of the rulebook was published in July 2026. The European Parliament was ready to start negotiations with the Council in July, but the final law has not been adopted. The central bank aims to be ready for a possible first issue in 2029 if the required law is adopted in 2026. No final decision to issue the digital euro has been made. So the digital euro belongs in the wider story of digital banking, but it should not be presented as a blockchain use case. What does all this mean for banks and their technology teams? First, blockchain is only one part of the system. The harder work is often around it. You need identity checks and transaction controls. You need secure key management. You need a clear way to recover access. You need real-time balances instead of relying on a daily batches. And you need a clear answer when one part of a transaction works and another part fails. You also need legal clarity. A technical transfer is not enough. A bank must know when the transaction is final, who owns the asset, and who carries the risk if a system stops. At Espeo Software, we look at digital assets through this delivery lens. The smart contract is rarely the whole project. The difficult questions are usually about access, roles, approvals, privacy, integration, and what happens when something goes wrong. That is why the best first question is not which blockchain should we use. Start with three simpler questions. Who issued the asset on the money and whose premise do I hold? What completes the money side of the transaction? And when is the result final, both in the system and under the law? So where is blockchain really being used in European banking in 2026? It is being used to issue and move digital bonds. It is being tested for cross-border payments with tokenized deposits. Banks are preparing regulated euro stablecoins, and the Eurosystem is building Pontes to connect shared ledgers with central bank settlement. At the same time, the digital euro is moving forward on a separate, centralized path. European banking is not choosing between the old system and one winning blockchain. It is building connections between regulated money, tokenized assets, and infrastructure that must remain safe, final, and able to work across different systems. If you are planning a digital asset project, do not begin with the chain. Begin with the asset, the money, and the point of final settlement. And as always, remember to stay on the block to stay ahead.